chain, banking and finance, core manufacturing, and IT, and then clinical research, a lot of other areas. It's a continuous learning journey for me. So thank you again for that. With that, let me start the session. Let me know if I am going too much fast or too slow. I'll try to manage my pace accordingly so that you will don't feel like missing something or you're not following me. Yeah? You're comfortable with the English? Yeah? Because I don't know Telugu here, basically. Because my language, I'm coming from Bangalore, so ma'am has already introduced. So I may not be very comfortable in Telugu. So I'll try to manage with whatever the little language in Telugu I know. I'll try to manage that. So if I'm talking too much in English, but if you want something in conversion or translation in the local language, do let me know. I will try to do as much as I can. Yeah? Okay. Great. So you know what is the topic for the day? For at least next for 2.5 hours. It is already on the board, right? What is this? It's going to be the interactive session. I'm not going to be only talking because you're already a faculty. You're already a teacher. So I don't want to teach anything to the teacher here. I'm just sharing the knowledge, right? I'm not here to teach anything. I'm just sharing my knowledge so that we can learn from each other. Yeah? So what do you think? What am I talking about here? No. It's a design for manufacturing and design for assembly. You're aware of it? Have you heard about it already? Yes? No? Yeah? Not at all? How many of you are from manufacturing here? I mean, mechanical. Most of you. So we know the term mechanical manufacturing and we know the term assembly also. So we know it. We know it, right? So do I really need to talk too much about it? But yeah, I'll try to talk. Okay, what are we talking about is the design for manufacturability and the design for assembly. What is the difference between manufacturing and assembly? So you have something to manufacture and you'll go ahead and manufacture something. And assembly means?
Individual manufacturers, we have to assemble.
So you get something from the individual manufacturers, some parts or products, and then you get them assembled. Simple? Further according to the requirement of the customer or somebody else. Are we right? So that's exactly what we are talking. And there's nothing rocket science in this. But there's a logic. But there is a method that to follow how we can make sure that manufacturability and the assembly does not increase the cost. Does not increase the cost of manufacturing and also the cost of everything that is getting into. It can be the resources, it can be a material, it can be anything for that matter. We will be looking into that and making sure that we don't invest unnecessarily the money, resource, and anything else on the overall manufacturing. Right? And this is not something, the new concept. It is a very old concept. But you might have studied in your graduations, in your post-graduations. If somebody is there from PhDs or in other courses, you would have already got this somehow in your own areas. But again, there's a latest trends going on currently. Every time we see there is an increment, there is a change. The change is a continuous process. If we think that we know something and we're done, I think that is the end of any growth. What we are going to see here is that there is a AI, there is a chat GPT, there is a lot of programming that is coming into manufacturing, and how we can leverage the new technologies in such a way that it will help the users and the business and the person who is actually manufacturing without efforts, too many efforts. Okay. To make sure that I don't make you sleep, I have some videos as well. I'll try as much as possible to make you awake. Okay. My goal is here not to present anything here. Whatever I'm talking, you should listen and you're awake. As long as you're awake, I think I've met my objective. Yeah. And as a faculty, this is what we do, right? If a girl is sleeping in the class, that means to say they are very actually getting too much of information from the faculty. They are very happy with the faculty, and that's why they are getting a good nap. Yeah, yeah. So I'll try to make sure that you don't get that nap in the next 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, I'm getting into the next one with the story. I have a very bad habit of sharing the stories. Okay? I'll tell you about the story here, and then we'll think about why am I talking about the story now in this session. Yeah? There was one old man, very intelligent, wise person, was passing by, and he finds 3 stone cutters. 3 stone cutters. And he goes to them. He goes to the first stone cutter and asks, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm cutting the stones. I am cutting the stones. Don't you see this?" Okay. He's happy. Then he goes on to the second stone cutter. And again, the same question. "Hey man, what are you doing?" This person, "Don't you see this? Are you blind, man? I'm cutting the stones. See that how beautiful the stones are? And they can be used anywhere." Okay, perfect. He goes to the third stone cutter. And when he goes to the third stone cutter, he asks the same question again. And this time the stone cutter tells, "I'm actually thinking of building a cathedral or a big palace or big building or something sort of that." Yeah. After that, he starts predicting the future of these 3 stone cutters. He starts predicting the 3 stone cutters' future. Because he's an intelligent, wise man, he wants to predict them. Okay. Then he says, okay, the first person is going to be the stone cutter forever. And second person is going to be the entrepreneur. And the third person is going to be someone who is going to rule the world in this area. Okay. Then after a few years, this man again goes into the same place, accidentally or somehow, and he finds the first stone cutter is still cutting the stones. He's still cutting the stones, no change. Second one, he is cutting the stones, and also he has another 50 people additionally added to the business. Additional 50 more stone cutters were added. And the third one, he goes to the next one, he didn't find him. But he finds somebody else in that place and he asks, there was one more stone cutter. Where is he now? He says, sir, he's actually supporting a lot of other businesses. He's actually doing a lot of consulting. He has a very good consulting business. He's doing good things. I've helped him getting into that. Right? What is this? And why am I telling you this story here? Is it related to our manufacturing subject?
The development stages.
The development stages of a person. Mm-hmm.
Any product should not
And user.
Okay, so we need to develop a product that we need to know the end users who are going to use it and why are they using it. Okay, why am I sharing the story? That's fine. What you're saying is correct. But why am I talking about this story? The moral is, as you rightly pointed out, all of you, the perspective. The perspective defines the purpose. Right? The perspective defines the purpose, and like the third stonecutter, the DFM, the design for manufacturability and the design for assembly, requires us to look beyond immediate. Now they are cutting the stones. That doesn't mean that they are going to cut the stones forever. Right? They will be having something else in the future. So that means to say, when we are doing something today, think about future. When I'm designing something now or manufacturing something now, I need to think about how it will be after few years. Right? I'll talk about some examples there, but I'm just trying to give you why am I talking about this? That is because whenever the manufacturing of the product happens, we need to think about beyond, not now. And all the three stone cutters were thinking something, right? When they were actually cutting the stones, what they were doing? First thing was cutting the stones. Second one was thinking about building it. And the third one, he was thinking about the big palace or building. Makes the difference. So they're actually thinking beyond. Like the story. We talk about all these stories with the children. Yeah? Okay. So here is where the story talks about the DFM and the DFA. When I say DFM, design for manufacturability, and the DFA is the design for assembly. That requires it's seeing about the product, it's saying about the process, it's saying about the production as one system. And all the three will be discussed in the next couple of hours. Okay. Now, think about the question. What's the weird or the hardest part you have ever tried to assemble? Have you ever tried to assemble something? Yeah? Many of the times in our daily life. What is that? Can we talk about some examples?
Any electronic gadgets.
Any gadgets, okay? Any electronic gadget? An example, madam?
For example, phones.
Phone.
Daily we are using it. Sometimes it fell down and
breaks out.
Don't know how to assemble.
Assemble.
All the parts get apart.
Absolutely. So sometimes, nowadays I'll talk about this example a little later. Thank you very much for that. Any other things? Any other examples of assembly? Think. Please go ahead.
Even home appliances.
Home appliances. Yeah. Home appliances. Many home appliances. Yeah. Guys, please. You do a lot.
Even sometimes vehicles also, sir.
Vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah. The cycle, the bike, the car, the simple models that we receive, right? Toys, right? Our children start assembling a lot of things and we help them. And when we are helping them, we also get confused what to do. It happens. Yeah? So, there are some examples I've kept here. One was IKEA furniture. Have you heard about IKEA? Forget about IKEA. Any furniture for that matter. When you place an order online, what happens?
So you in parts, sir. We have to assemble them.
Yeah. So you receive the parts, all the parts. Yes. You get them in pieces.
Pieces, sir.
And there will be a manual to you. You go ahead and manage however you want to. See this. And they also give you the tools. The screwdriver, the spanner that actually fits to that particular purpose. Yes, no?
You get success, sir. Sometimes we are unable to do that.
Yeah, that's what actually happens.
Yes.
The image what I'm seeing, the same thing, right?
Yes.
You get to lost.
Yes.
Where? You get to lost in
As in,
lot of things placed in front of you. What to take first? What to take next? Right? And which spanner works, which screwdriver works, or which tool will work for me to assemble and make a chair or a doll or a tool or a toy. Yeah? Yes, no? Agree? You experienced it in the past?
yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah? I don't see that. Yeah? Okay. Now, even the cycles, bicycles or the bikes, you get your bike stops all of a sudden on the road, or the car stops suddenly on the road. What happens? You find out something, fix it for the time being.
Right, sir.
Exactly. So that's one. And then last one, the toys, we already spoke about it. Now, the point, what am I trying to do here is design it not just what it looks like. Design it not what it looks like. It feels. How a person feels about it. How a person feels about, or the customer is feeling about the product or the design. Right? Moving on with what we are looking is two aspects. One is a design for manufacturing, and another one is the design for assembly. On the right hand side, what do you see? Oh, I'm sorry about it. It's my mistake when I'm copy pasting my slides preparation, right? Now, most of my slides, I don't copy anything from anywhere. So I prepare on my own so that I don't take anybody's slides also. I'm very bad in that because my way of presentation will be very different. So I cannot copy someone else's slides and then make it. So while I was taking the boxes, the above boxes, I placed it and misplaced them. I'm sorry about it. On the left hand side, what you are seeing is design for assembly. On the right hand side, what you are seeing is a design for manufacturing. What is that in manufacturing? Cost effective manufacture. That means we need to produce something or design something or manufacture something very much cost effective. What does it mean?
We need to produce product at minimum cost.
Minimum cost. And the number of products or the cost what incurring during the entire manufacturing, your resources, your inventory, your production, your assembly line, name it, anything that has to be very much in control. It doesn't mean that you're compromising on the quality of the product. It doesn't mean that you're compromising on the quality of the product at all. Okay. Now, respect to one doctor. If that is average is almost equal for all the doctors, then the hospital, I'm talking about private hospitals. Okay? Corporate hospitals. Government hospitals, I don't want to talk about it. They have a very different system and they are struggling like anything to maintain, manufacture, put all these things. Now, what am I talking about here? The number of patients reviewed by each doctor. If average is less for one doctor compared to other doctor, what happens? That means patients are not comfortable with the doctor. That's why they are not going there. Simple. Do you think they are just putting that simply like that? No, they are not. They want the business. They want the business. That means if one doctor has a less number of patients getting reviewed, that means that doctor is not well received by the patients. Now what the management has to do? Change the method, change the approach. Simple. Have you thought about this anytime? No. See the way perspective, that's exactly what I'm saying. how you think, how you see the things. If something is there on the board, it doesn't mean that it's just there. There is a reason behind. Even in the manufacturing, if something is produced or something, there is a reason behind why they have produced so. Otherwise, there is no point of producing something just for the sake of producing. Now, how many of you use the mobile phones? All of us? Some use Apple phones, some use Android phones, some use 2 lakhs phones, some use 10,000 phones. But the messaging is both the functions of any model that you take are serving the same purpose. Yes, no? No. No. For you, the purpose is different. For her, the purpose is different. For him, the purpose is different. For you, the purpose is different. See the purpose. The purpose is different from person to person, the user to user. Yes, no? For someone, the gaming is purpose. I need a mobile which has too much of gaming capacity. For someone who can actually read, only reading. For some, my only point is making a phone calls, nothing else. No WhatsApp, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Reels, only this. Now, if this person who is using only for the phone calls and he goes for the Apple phone worth 90,000 or 1 lakh, is it worth? But you're using it. You're using it or not? Yes. Why are you using it? Sometimes to social status. Is it required? It's up to you, the purpose. I don't want to get in there now. But what am I trying to tell you here is the purpose, why they have produced so many items in the functionalities. Someone thinks that this Apple phone has put so many functions which is not at all used by anybody. Do you know how many functions are there in the Apple phone? Forget about Apple phone. The phone you are using, the Android, the simplest phone. Do you know how many features are there? Hundreds, thousands of features. We don't know. We don't know. So they have thought about every purpose here. The customer. That's exactly what the manufacturing should be done. You're getting me? Why am I thinking about that aspect? And here I'm just linking it to business. I mean, the simple concepts linking to manufacturing. We never think about all these things. We never think about many of these things. But there's a purpose behind it. They have not designed something just for the sake of designing something. Now, manufacturing cost focus, I think we have already seen it. Most of the time in the manufacturing field, they think how I can actually reduce the overall cost and make profits. In the assembly, alternate to the manufacturing, it is not just an alternative, it is an advanced level. Okay, I'm manufacturing something. But I need something to assemble as well, right? So, to assemble something, thank you very much. Okay, this person, what is this? Butterflow. Butterflow company, yeah. It's a Butterflow company manufacturing this pen. Do you think this person is manufacturing this entire parts of the pen as well? We talk about this every day in the school, colleges, everything with our children also, right? They don't manufacturing everything. They're not manufacturing everything and their own plant. They're manufacturing maybe some parts of it. Now, when you're manufacturing, if this refill is given to somebody and this lead is given to somebody and the ink is being given to somebody, what I should do? I'll have to make sure all these fit assembly possible feature. If it is not able to assemble, what is the point now? It doesn't serve the purpose. See this now, again I'm coming back to the purpose. So meeting the purpose is important than anything else. Yeah? I know sometimes this looks like very boring because I know all these things. What are you talking? I'm just relating what we know. I already said you know everything. I'm not teaching anything new. I'm trying to relate what we know in our own language, in our own words, so that we can relate our learnings in a very different way. That's it. So don't think that what is this person is telling me, teaching me. Yeah, I'm teaching only the basics. I'm only talking about something which we know. Okay? Now, moving on to the next, the combination of this manufacturing and assembly is called as design for manufacturability and the assembly. These two combination is going to solve the purpose. However, there are a lot of things that we need to consider. There are a lot of things that we need to consider while we are doing this manufacturing. 5 factors majorly which contributes for this process. Anything that we are going to do is a design. Yes? We need something to do design. And design will be in such a way that what the purpose. Again, the reason why I've spent so much of time on the purpose. The purpose. The purpose for what? The user's requirements. The user's requirements. And that's the reason I spent so much of time only explaining the purpose. Now, this design, the concept development has to be done first. What do you want to do? What is that the end product should look like? The end product should look like is something that you need to conceptualize. You have to change the thought process into a concept, or the concept that you're thinking to be the conceptualized, and then start designing. You heard a lot of times